2-0 Cards. Bill Miller against Garrett Stevenson. Grounds that thing. Fernando Vina after it. Oh, that's a good play. Sliding, wings it over, gets the out. Miller is robbed. We're in the second. 2 on now. Here's Vina with the bat. Armando Rios is after it, but he can't get it. And that ball's going to the wall. Shula! Vina. Rounding the bases. Marvin Bernard gets to it. 2 come in. Vina wants some too. And the throw's up the line inside the park. 3-run. First homer of the year. Media pressure will be intense for his next. Edgar Renteria, home run. The very next batter, more conventionally, his 6th. Cards go up 6-zip and win it by 13-6. Fernando Vina, 3 for 6.
For the 3rd time in this game, Bichette will ground into a double play.
How about this?
That hasn't happened by a Reds player since Barry Larkin did it in 1993. Reds lead still 1-0. Top of the 6th, Ryan Klesko. Just a bouncer to 3rd. Aaron Boone all over this one. Didn't I tell you? Top of the 9th, Brett Boone on 2nd. Reds holding down a 2-zip lead. Reliever Danny Graves walks Ruben Rivera. Padres with 2 on. Then Graves will walk Ed Sprague. Bases are loaded. Bases loaded with Pods, 2 outs. And you got to have a guy in Al Martin hitting .331 up against Graves. But sorry, Padre fans, Martin couldn't find a way there. Reds win. Graves' 5th save of the season. Whatever works. Both Cincinnati and San Diego stranded 7 runners in scoring position. Steve Paris had come into this game with an ERA over 6, but he wins his 2nd.
The Rockies, the Astros, the 3rd. 2 out, 2 on. Todd Helton, deep and far, his 11th, 37th RBI. Rockies up 5-0. We're in the 4th. Brent Maine, no relation to Al Newman. Ken Caminiti coming. Oh, that's a good play. Now we're in the 5th. 2 out, loaded up. Astros down 7-2. Who's on 1st? What's on 2nd? I don't know. Caminiti.
I am king of the diamond. Let there be an abundant clubhouse feast. Bring me the finest meats and cheeses throughout the land.
Multi-verses.
Astros cut the lead to 7-6. Craig Biggio going into the vacancy. Tom Goodwin's after it. Can't get it. Almost. 3 runs scored. Triple for Biggio. Astros cut the lead. Take the lead, rather. 9-7. So they not only cut the lead, but they took the lead all at once, Linda. Now we're in the 9th. Astros up 13-8. Russ Johnson throwing to first. Scott Service. Sliding into Jeff Bagwell. Bagwell's mad. Pardon me, but do you have any Grey Poupon? Astros win it by a count of 13-8, having cut the lead and then taken the lead and then winning. Ken Caminiti's 8th dong of the year was his 6th career grand slam and his 1,000th hit, Linda.
Yeah.
He helped ignite a Houston comeback from the
2 out, and Garcia Parra likes this pitch so much he goes after it and misses it. Baldwin had 8 Ks in the game. Top 6, Carlos Lee. 2 on, Pete Shurik. Lee. Opposite way, Frank Thomas and Paul Konerko would score. White Sox already up 3-0 in the 6th. Top of the 7th, Herbert Perry's going to be on 1st. Josh Paul at the plate. Paul, that's a sacrifice bunt attempt. Pete Shurik fields it. But who's covering 1st? Everybody's safe. Still in the 7th, Maglio Ordonez with the bases loaded. That is scary. Ordonez, hard grounder off of Jose Offerman's glove. Josh Paul, Craig Wilson would score. White Sox up 6-0 now. Same score in the 9th, 6-0. Andy Sheets, 1 on, 1 out. Sheets, 5-4-3, double play. Game over. James Baldwin's 1st career shutout at 6-0. He's off to the best start for a White Sox pitcher since Will on 3rd. And this is a 2-0 pitch now. And Vaughn showing off his woodwork at the stadium. His 10th home run. Devil Rays would lead 3-0. Bottom 5, nobody had 1 on. Esteban Yan facing Shane Spencer. And Shane Spencer. You know, good things happen when Spencer homers. More on that in a second. His 7th of the year. Yanks trailed by 1. Jorge Posada hitting the ball probably next to Bernie Williams, the best in pinstripes right now. His 8th home run. We're tied at 3. Bottom 10, 1 on, 1 out. Rick White to Chuck Knobloch, back from a sprained left wrist. First time he's playing in over a week. It's a ground rule double. Scott Brocious moves on to 3rd. Next batter, Derek Jeter, who was hitless for a 3rd straight game. He was intentionally walked. Manager Larry Rothschild will go to the pen. Paul O'Neill batting against Jim Morris, 3-0 count, and Morris just can't find the strike zone. O'Neill walks. Brocious scores the game-winning run. sorry, I just can't force myself to say. Your appearance as a DH, and this is, folks, his 328th double play, tying him with Hank Aaron for most of the majors. Still no score, but Ripken would get revenge. Second bat as DH, top 5, 2 on. Baltimore losing no more as Cal drives in Albert Bell and Jeff Conine to tie up the game at 2. Ripken now hitting .243 on the year. Bottom 5 still tied. That would change. And of course, we're talking Toronto and long ball. Opposite way, Raul Mondesi. Toronto has now homered in 20 straight home games. Raul Mondesi, second of the night. Bottom 7, 1 on, 1 out. Carlos Delgado for the love of the long ball. A 2-run home run, his 12th. And the Blue Jays beat the Orioles for a 12th straight time. Mike Messina drops to 1-4 on the year. Stolen bases. You see him there in the field. And Brian Giles would test him. No truth to the rumor that Ricky was angry at Giles for making him make that catch. Henderson was 1 for 4 in the game. Still no score. Top 3, 2 outs. Derek Bell. Sugar-coated stroke off of Chris Benson. Bell's 6th home run of the year, putting the Mets up 1-0. The very next pitch by Benson, Edgardo Alfonso. Alfonso's 5th home run. Mets go back-to-back for the 3rd time this year, twice against Pittsburgh. Benson has allowed 9 homers. Bottom 5, runners on 2nd and 3rd. Hampton getting Luis Sojo. Robin Ventura throws to the plate. Kevin Young gets caught in a rundown. Ventura throwing back to Hampton, covering, and Hampton would get the out. 5-2-5-1 score it. Still 2-0. Hampton getting Giles. Hampton had 8 Ks, 6 hits allowed, 1 walk in 8 1/3. Outstanding for Mike. Bottom 9, still 2-0. Runners on 1st and 2nd. 2 out for pinch hitter John Vanderwall. Armando Benitez in to close it, and does it. Benitez earned his 9th save and 10 chances, but the story was Mike Hampton and his performance. His best as a Met. From the get-go, top first, 1 out. Penny. First pitch, Andrew Jones hits him in the shoulder. You saw it. Next batter, Penny. Not worth much there, walking Chipper Jones on a 3-0 pitch. Next batter, Penny. Andres Galarraga, why swing at that? Penny walks 7. Next batter, oh, hits Brian Jordan in the hand. I mean, Jordan is fragile enough. He's getting hurt left and right. Andrew Jones scores. Jordan would stay in the game. 1-0 Braves. Javi Lopez with the bags full. 3rd career grand slam for Lopez. His 4th home run of the year. He was 3 for 4, 5-0 Atlanta. Okay, what should we do? Penny, he's still in. Walks Kilvio-Veras. Bases full. Lopez scores. 6-1 Braves. Did I mention Penny walks 7? John Burkett for the Braves, solid. 1 on, Burkett. Striking out Mike Lowell. And then Kevin Millar is, well, he likes to watch right there. Braves win. John Burkett, a former Marlin, allows 2 runs and 6 hits in 6 innings to win his first as a Brave. Man, Vladimir Guerrero. Off of Wayne Gomes, Guerrero's 10th of the year. Vlad is now hitting .405. That's tops in the majors. Expos down 2-1. Still in the 9th, nobody out, 1 on. Chris Bridger. That's a shot. Scott Rowland, great step. Throws to 2nd. That's 1, but Philly can't turn the DP. The tying run is on 1st. Next batter. Good effort, though. Next batter, Mike Mordecai. Shot. Scott Rowland can't get that. Widger scores all the way from 1st. Now you know why the Expos are in 2nd in the NL East, just 4 back of the Braves. We're tied. Now 2 outs in the 9th. Mordecai on 3rd for Terry Jones. High chopper. Mickey Morandini, he's a veteran, but doesn't matter how old he is, how long he's played. He had no play. Expos win. 3rd time this year, the Expos won in their last at bat. Gomes' blown save spoiled a solid effort by
Collared shirt not required for baseball. 2 on, 2 out. Alex Rodriguez, home run off of Esteban Loaiza. His 9th on this game. So that would be a record. Bottom of the 2nd, 1 out. David Segui lifts it. Watch Raul Ibanez coming. Good play. Diving. 6th inning now. Rangers down 10-3. Bases loaded. Jason McDonald. Mike Cameron coming after it. And Cameron's going to get his name in the paper. He also hit a home run, a leadoff home run. Mariners win 13-3 one night after losing 10-1. Rodriguez 4 for 5, 4 RBI. He helped make Paul Abbott a winner in his first start of the season. He was needed because Jamie Moyer and Freddie Garcia are on the DL. Abbott now 8-3 in his career as a spot starter. Indians and the Twins. Here we go. Chuck Finley on the mound. Matt Lawton grounds it, a little low. Bare hand, good hose, wings it across. Vizquel He's a good shortstop. Bottom of the fifth, Twins down 5-2, loaded up. Christian Guzman pops it up. 3 Indians after this thing, but obviously they did not rent the Tom Amansky defensive drills video. It's endorsed by Fred McGriff. 1 run scores, 5-3, the Indians in front. Chuck Finley going well. Look out. That's Jay Canizaro almost taken off his head. He had a perfect game through 4. Ties the game here at 5. 5 is broken up by a 6-5 on a sac fly. Now it's 6-5 in the 8th. Hector Carasso striking out Richie Sexton. The Twins get out of the inning and hold on to the win in the comeback. Minnesota's Matt Lawton said, and I quote, "A great pitcher had 1." Jeff D'Amico was in his first start in more than 2 years. He allowed no earned runs.
The Phillies